So today we're going to be talking about a really cool tool called Microsoft Onenote. Now, there are several out there. There's Evernote and there's Onenote. But for purposes of class, we're going to teach you how to use Microsoft Onenote. Now, on the next little short video, I'm going to show you how to get started. For now, I just kind of want to show you what it looks like once you get going with your OneNote screen. So if you see my screen here, I'm actually in a Computer Fundamentals textbook that I used before. And over here on the right-hand side, this was a shared notebook with everybody in the class. You can see that people were sharing stuff and putting screenshots and putting information into this notebook. So basically, you've got the ability now to have a notebook that you share with other people, and you can just take pictures and do all kinds of cool stuff with it. So there's lots of different notes that you can have, and you can put all kinds of things in it. Now, if you have an iPad, if you have a phone, you can download OneNote for free and sync between all your devices. You do need a Microsoft account. But if you want to look at it first, we need to talk about something called hierarchy. Okay? So if you look at the top, we have the different sections of our notebook. So you can kind of see the sections, and then on the right-hand side, you have pages in those sections. So clicking on our projects, you can see some different pages there. You can see some graphics that I put in there. You can see just some other little things. Now, I used to use it a whole lot more before we had Power School Learning, which used to be called Haiku Learning. But one of the most useful things you see, you can actually import slides and take notes beside the slides. So anywhere you can click and you can type, whatever it is you want to type anywhere. And that's really, really nice. You can print it. You can have it with you. Now, we're going to open up a Microsoft OneNote. I'm just going to hit the Windows button, as usual. And I'm just going to type in the word one. And then OneNote is going to pop up. Now, the very first time that you go into OneNote, you might have to set things up. And see, I've already got my notebooks and such set up in here. But I'm going to go, and you just want to set up a new notebook. So I just clicked here at the top, and I'm going to click Add Notebook. And I'm already logged into OneDrive, so I'm syncing this to OneDrive. If you do not currently have a Microsoft account, you could sign up for one. And if you do that, you can actually access your OneNotes on your phone and everywhere else. If you want to. So I'm just going to say new notebook, or let's just say computer science, and set this up. I'm going to capitalize the S and the C here, and I'm going to put a date on it, since that just makes life easier. 2016-2017, and I'm going to click Create Notebook. Okay. So now it is creating a new notebook. Now I can invite other people if I want to, but right now I'm not going to. Now here is how it works. So up here is like your tabbed dividers. Okay, so I can click up here and I can have new sections. You see that section? So I could have, vocab or whatever for my sections. And just double click if you want to change the name, and class notes, and that's what I'm going to have there. Now right here is going to be the title of this note. So this is going to be my vocabulary from my lesson that I'm going to do today. And I'll put the lesson number and that sort of thing. Now you can see it appears over here on the right. And you can do all kinds of things with OneNote. I can add more pages and put more stuff on it if I want to. But for now, I'm just going to do vocabulary. Now, I can do a screenshot if I want to. I can hit Insert, and I can, do a screen clipping. I can insert audio, video, all kinds of stuff in here. But what I'm going to do right now is just something really, really simple. I'm going to go to my vocabulary that I need to insert into my OneNote. And I'm actually, instead of doing a screenshot, I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to right click and copy. Now I'm going to come over here, and the thing that's nice about OneNote is wherever I click, that's where I'm going to type. And I'm going to Control V, and I just pasted this in here. Now notice this has the actual page link of where it came from. So never again do you have to figure out where it came from. Okay, now if your box is too small, you may have to make it larger, but what you're going to be able to do is now you're just going to be able to look up and type the vocab right in here where you have it. And if you look anything up, you can paste links from websites and all that sort of thing in your notebook. So this is just getting started with that. The one big tip is if you look at this, you might decide that you want to copy, you know, the page information into the note so that you know exactly what it is. But you do have this link right here, so if you copy and paste stuff, there is your note. Now there's a lot more that we can do with OneNote, but this is one of the most useful things. And just remember that if you have multiple notebooks, you would click the down arrow and go there. These are different sections. So if I click on vocab, notice how the pages over here changed. You could do, some people will do chapters up here, so they'll do chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Some people might do months, you know, September, October, November. They might do different categories of information at the top, but those pages do change on the left-hand side when you click on the different sections. So just kind of remember that tip, and do remember to kind of name it well there at the top. You don't even have to save. It just pretty much saves itself, but you can, of course, print the page. And you know, you can say, okay, I want to print just this page, and you can print it. You can print whole notebooks. You can do that sort of thing. So good luck with OneNote.
So in this assignment in OneNote, you should have your notebook set up. You should have two categories at the top, class notes and vocab. And in vocab, you should, on one of your pages, have the pre-assessment. Now I want you to take a screenshot of this. So to do this, I'm going to press the Windows button. I'm going to type snipping and bring up the snipping tool and either click it or press enter. And now I'm just going to say I want a new full screen snip, and it's snipping the whole screen. I'm going to click save and notice where I'm saving it. Now I usually like to put these in pictures, and I'm just going to call this OneNote screen snip. I'm going to put my last name on it and hit enter. And now I'm going to go online and be able to turn that in.